probably approaching Nirvana if you kind of think of from a music point, but other than that, I just find pieces of really well-composed music on the internet that I can use.
I wish I could write more, kind of do what you guys were talking about, write your music to fit the actual thing, but there is just a time when someone has made just this amazing orchestral piece, but yeah, I guess, you know, Hans Zimmer nails it on the head actually, because I love Batman.
I do know of a Norwegian one who you can use his
Go on.
music. Jonas B. Ingebretsen.
I think someone's linked me to them before.
Yeah.
He's really, really good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks.
What texture pack was the space?
It's not released yet, is it? It's called Oberon. It was a couple of our server members made it. So it was just specifically made for the time-lapse. And it was quite a big departure for us from going from... my laptop's decided to turn itself off. There we go. It's quite a big departure going from DokuCraft, which is what we're so used to, going into, you know, space, because all the blocks are different and everything like that. But the guys who made it did an amazing job. And I think they're planning to release it.
I believe it might actually already be released, I'm not too sure. There is
Check
a section on our
Planet Minecraft.
forums, you can actually find out about it on fireuk.com.
It should be somewhere.
But yeah, no, it was completely worked from the ground up for the time lapse. So if we had any requests, we'd say, hey, we're thinking of doing like pillars and like, you know, bio stuff. They would just completely rework it.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks.
Well, currently, I'm sort of not really a brilliant builder like you are, but do you have any suggestions that could help me get up to almost your level of buildings?
My suggestion when anyone ever asks me this is detail. Like, always plan something out without detail and then add as much detail as you can, then destroy all that and then do it again. Then it will look okay by your level. Then you may want to go do it again. Because the thing about being creative in that way is you want to become a perfectionist at the same time, and being creative and a perfectionist is like the worst thing because it takes up so much of your time. But really just aim to kind of mimic real life detail within the builds and use things like stair blocks and, you know, the different orientations they can be to really enhance your builds. Because, I mean, you can't build a dirt house without dirt, but maybe it's a dirt house with some wood around it, and then it starts looking like a mansion. And then you get rid of the dirt, and it's just a mansion.
Yeah. I mean, basically just feel free to use any kind of reference blocks you have.
I can't say that I built an Epic Adventures mansion out of dirt first or anything. I'm not going to say that. No, that didn't happen.
Dirt houses.
That didn't happen.
But don't be afraid to like destroy your own work as well. Like, as I was saying during the time lapse, we tear down a lot of the stuff we build, even though it looks okay. We're like, actually, we kind of want to go with like something else and just try the water. And if it doesn't work, you can always build it back up again. You know.
Yeah.
Just feel free to test the waters a little bit and just go, hey, I'll just do it for the sake of doing it. If it doesn't work, hey, it doesn't work. You know, you've learned that that doesn't work then.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Cool.
Have you ever done a time lapse without a texture pack, or do you intend to?
The one in the opening ceremony that we did for Mojang, the little Kybera map, that was in default, and that is the only one in recent knowledge that we use just the default on. It's kind of weird for us going back to it.
We don't dislike default, it's just that obviously having a custom texture pack gives us freedom to add in anything we're missing. Like I said with the space one, oddly enough we turned glass into like an iron pillar because we already had
glass wasn't glass in space, ice was glass, so we had to make sure ice melting was off and stuff like that, and glass was almost like an industrial support pillar. I think that's exactly what it was. So it's kind of weird, and that's the best thing about texture packs though, is you can kind of change the way Minecraft looks completely in just the click of a button, which I really like.
But I mean, I play when I play survival, I do it in default because it brings me back to the traditional Minecraft. So, but in terms of what we film,
good job.
Yeah, you know, we use our own custom artists and stuff. So,
thank you.
Thanks.
I need someone to recommend me like a hot drink after this, like, to cure me of all coldy fluiness.
In Minecraft, there's only squares. How would you react if circles were added?
I think I'd probably be really confused for a while, and then try to figure out how to build with them. I'm not sure if just like if you imagine the space of a block and then putting a circle in the middle, it would be really difficult to build with that. But if maybe they had like hemispheres that were like square bases and then it was rounded on top, that kind of stuff wouldn't bother me as much. Because, I mean, they've done something similar, kind of changing things up with the stair blocks recently, because if you have a corner on that, they all mix together now, which is kind of a good, change for them, because, I mean, with that, it makes making kind of nice flowing corners a lot better.
Yeah. Although I have found that going back to a couple of builds, they've auto-corrected, like, the corners to that.
Yeah.
So we'll go back to our old builds, and it just looks completely different. We're like, what did someone do to the roof?
It's Mojang.
And it's just completely moved around, but... I don't know, I probably wouldn't get used to it. I find blocks nice and easy to count, so if I had circles, I just wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah.
What was your favorite build that you've done?
My favorite build actually is one called Dwarven City, and it's one... Why I like it so much is probably because of the camera work, because it was before Camera Studio, and I mean, Hat Films talked about this in their panel earlier, that they use Camera Studio to record everything in terms of camera movements in Minecraft, and that's what we do. But before that, what we used to do is use web and then hold W and Alt on the keyboard, so then the camera would keep moving forward. So when I used to do moving shots, it used to be kind of like a completely manual thing. And we
came
just
some crazy contraptions for that.
we did some really weird
web,
stuff.
Sword, holding W, leaning to the side.
Yeah,
It was
because
just
if you
like,
hold the sword, like blocking with the sword, that slows you down as well. So I used everything to slow us down to the smallest amount, and then it got to a really good point. And
we
then
usually had to like get rid of the web in front of you and like build it like somewhere else because you're going the wrong way.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you got out of the web, it's
Yeah.
like, oh no, there's the speed gone.
yeah, and then someone said, "Oh, there's this mod that can do all that for you." And then I cried for about 4 days,
Yeah.
and then came back and used it.
Okay, thank you.
When you're doing your builds, how much of like the stuff is like down to the creativity of the individual builder, and how much is like dictated by you and like the team leaders?
See, that's an interesting question.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the like a really good question for everyone on the server as well. But what it would be is it's kind of split. Sometimes we have a build or a template or something like that we have that then that team builds. But then, especially in the space time lapse, we had a bunch of people who just went in and built just by themselves, and then they were being creative by that. I mean, the build leaders are there as kind of almost like wardens to everyone, to oversee. I didn't want to say overseer with Ross sat there, so I mean, they just kind of watch them and then make sure that the builds aren't, really bad.
Well, we usually stick like 2 people in the teams. We have a team leader who kind of coordinates the team as a whole, like helps people out, answers questions and stuff. And then we have an architect who is like with us in the design process of the templates and everything. So they kind of say, okay, like, your build's good there, but like why don't you try adding like pillars in there, and they kind of explain it a little bit more in detail. But they're still free to go with whatever they want.
Yeah.
We really, the space one we opened up to complete free build, so anyone could do what they want.
Yeah, which is cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
By how much do you speed up your videos?
Oh, it depends. It really does, because I do it all in After Effects. I go into time remapping, and then say if the shot's fairly short, say if the shot's like maybe 30 minutes, I just speed it up to a minute. But then if it's over that, like some shots we've had are like 2 hours long, I really just have to like gauge it like at the spot of when editing, because sometimes I speed it up to a certain amount in After Effects, and it's just like, this is way too slow. So then I have to go into like whatever editing program, like Sony Vegas or Premiere Pro, and speed it up again, just so that then it fits to the tempo of the music and the beats and everything.
Thank you.
What inspired you to build the space build?
The space build, there's a few reference images, but I think the big inspirations behind it from me as kind of a gamer point of view would be things like Mass Effect and Halo. I mean, one of the space fighter hangar is a complete inspiration of the Pillar of Autumn hangar from Halo. It's like almost like a complete free build. Like I built that before as well. Like it was just me and like one other guy, and then we had to time lapse it. And I was like, oh, I just built this, but now I have to do it again.
I mean, the original idea for Space, though, the original concept was that I guess we were kind of running dry on ideas of stuff to do on the ground. Like, we've kind of covered most of the stuff we've already done, and it's like, do we have to do another castle? Do we have to do another one of these? So we thought we need to go outside the box, and, the only way is up, basically.
But if that makes people worry, you saying that we're out of ideas to do things on the
We're not out
ground.
of
We've
ideas.
just got new ideas. Literally, I was in a meeting before we came to MineCon with some of our moderators for this awesome new idea that we're going to be prepping for like early next year. So just keep your eyes on Fire UK for that, because it's going to be really, really cool.
But no, Space was like, I think we just went for a sci-fi moment of we all were talking about it, especially with Halo and stuff coming up at the time, and we were like, we really want to go out into space and just take Minecraft with us.
If anyone wants you to donate like $100,000 to Fire UK to take me into space, I'd be okay with that. Maybe, maybe
I think I'd be okay
everyone.
with you going into space as well. That might,
Yeah, it's just a one-way trip, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks.
Giant cannon just up the way.
Great.
Thanks.
Use them for medical experiments and stuff.
What do you think of builds where they use the natural form of the land?
Sometimes, I mean,
Yeah.
terrain is quite a big thing. We've always discussed doing a time-lapse where we use voxel sniper to build the terrain as well, haven't we? We just never have.
Yeah, it depends on the style. Like mostly for the buildings we have them in mind with a terrain base to them, so we usually build that beforehand. But I mean, I think on the asteroid one, we built a lot of the asteroids straight there, just out of the blue.
It's always interesting to go in with the terrain, if it's like a huge mountain or something, and really carve it out and turn it into something that is a build. And I think that's one of the interesting things about Minecraft is you could use default terrain and make, you know, the terrain look really good just by, you know, building on it, which is pretty cool.
I've had ideas for stuff before. I think it was the 10,000 subscriber video on the old channel. I got the idea for that time-lapse just purely by going around, flying around the server, and I just saw this lovely, like, kind of canyon creek thing that was all enclosed. And I just thought, I was like, see if you put a couple of buildings there, that was, you know, beautiful. And we didn't actually terraform anything for that.
No, yeah.
So if you just kind of fly around a world or generate a world just to go around, you can really just find all the inspiration you need for stuff sometimes.
Thank you.
So you invite people onto your server when they win a contest.
Oh yeah, actually we've got a new build contest coming out really soon. We were hoping to get it out just before MineCon, but I got swamped with other videos and stuff beforehand. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be supplying everyone with a piece of terrain to build on, and then they'll have about 30 days, you know, in that 30 days to submit a build to us, showing like them building it, and then the final thing, and then the top 5 we like, we'll just let you on Fire UK.
So yeah, there'll be a big announcement video for that and everything. We'll detail some of the areas and stuff as well you can build in, but yeah, just build on that and show us what you can do.
Guys, I want to ask, have you got any real architects in your team?
No, I don't think there's any real architects at all. No.
So from where you are taking these huge, amazing ideas for
My
the building?
head a lot of the time.
Wow.
You don't want to know what this head sees normally. It sees things in a very strange 3D form. Like I see wireframe a lot of the time on things as well, just because I used to do a lot of game design and 3D modeling. So I kind of come from that background, so I understand the 3D world way too much. And then that kind of just helps building something architecturally, I guess.
See, I have none. I just had a coloring book when I was 2.
You stay in the edges?
I was just like,
stay in the edges?
oh, pretty pictures.
You probably went all out the edges, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We failed to connect
We don't have
dots
much
as well.
time left. I think we've got just about 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Okay, so a few more questions.
Have you ever had a build-off against each other?
Both each.
What, is it against me and Matt?
Yeah.
Let's do Fire UK and Hat Films.
Sorry, what? Have you seen our Marshmallow Keep thing? That's our limit.
Instant win. I could never thought of that colour combination.
It's a fantastic combination.
What,
It is.
pink and blue? You didn't think of pink and blue?
No, I just imagine Trot's room at home is just painted in that now, though.
It is. It will be once again. I can decorate.
For some reason, it makes me want to lick the walls, though. There's something really flavourful about it.
Yeah, that's why we call it the Mallet Marshmallow Keep.
I think to answer the question though, like I don't know, we try not to go like pit against each other. Although then again, we do have weekly build-offs now, don't we? Actually, on
Yeah,
the server,
well, the server members get together in teams every week now and do build-offs against each other, which is time limited. Like, but they have about an hour to build something.
Yeah, so they've all got like each areas and they get given a theme and stuff like that, and then they'll just jump in and just build what they can.
I'm not a hugely competitive guy though. I don't really like it. I just like.
We've been invited by
you know.
other channels before. That it almost seems threatening when they come up and they're just like, "Hey, Fire UK, you think you're so good? Come and have a build-off with me." It's like a street fight type thing. But
what?
I'm like,
Okay.
can we not be friends? Please,
Yeah.
don't bully me. But I think I'd win.
Hey Matt.
No, you beat me.
Hey Phil.
Killer, no.
How are you?
Oh no.
Oh, this is a server member, everyone.
Hi.
I am afraid of what he's going to ask.
Why?
Because
So
of what
ask
you
the
said to me
question.
before MineCon.
Ask the question.
I'm doing this under a dare, so quick shout out to Lewis.
Oh no.
Yeah.
This is going to be.
I heard this really cool guy built this really cool map that hasn't been released yet. Could I ask when it's being released and what map it is?
You're talking about the map you made, and that is called Fire Games. If anyone
No, I didn't make that.
No, that is you.
No, you really
You're just
didn't
there,
make
like,
that, did
in
you?
a little bubble. Like, no, I didn't make that. That wasn't me or anything.
So for those who don't know, we did a kind of thing called Fire Games, which
Yeah.
is sort of like survival games, but with our own sort of unique twists and traps and stuff like that into it, and it's kind of spawning a whole future of custom maps coming from us.
Yeah.
With technical difficulties, I guess, is the reason behind it not being released yet.
I mean,
and
I've been-
thus we're here as well, so we haven't had the time.
I've been looking for a really good place to host it as well, because obviously we want to put it on Planet Minecraft, but you need places to host it first. So once that's all sorted out, I know, Kelly, you said to me about using like Mediafire and stuff. I just want to have one really good dedicated one as well. But I'm assuming like maybe the week and a half after MineCon, we'll release the map for public download.
There'll be an announcement video and everything as well, but
Yeah.
if you guys want to play at the moment, you can go on to, what's the website called?
It's firegames.com, and we have videos up where I was playing with Captain Sparkles, and you were with Rich Dog from the
Yeah, I
Box
was
Box.
with Rich Dog, yeah.
And that was fun. I got to kill everyone.
You cheated, though.
I did not cheat. Someone put a bow in the map that was really
someone
good.
just put an enchanted bow in the map with enchanted
And I
armor.
happened to find it and then kill everyone. And it was the
happened to
best
win.
moment
It
of my
wasn't
life.
rigged.
Okay?
We didn't have anyone
That was
shouting
it.
at us. No, it was fine.
Okay.
Rematch. Anyway, sorry.
How many builds did you actually do underground, like in a mountain or something?
We've done a couple. The biggest one that we did was for Aquila, for Syndicate. We built something called Enclave City, and it's this huge, really interconnected city underground, and you can get access to that from the throne room of the main castle of the big city. And that was really interesting for us as a build, kind of, to build underground. It's always really difficult to light, though. That's why we haven't done
that's
many
the main
nether
issue with
things.
time-lapsing underground is the lighting issues and stuff. Like, you just can't prepare for it, and it glitches everything out. But, yeah, I love building underground. It's so cool.
It is very cool.
Not like Mines of Moria or anything.
I think we've got time for like one more question. We'll go one more question. Okay.
Okay. So it's about video editing and all the stuff after recording. What's the average size, like, about for one recording, and what kind of like software recording and editing you use? Maybe this has been responded, but
quickly remember.
Yeah, I'll be as quick as possible. What this is kind of a weird process depending on what video it is. But say the space time lapse, which was like gigs and megs and terabytes in size, that kind of gets compressed down when I go into After Effects and then edit those out as sped up video files. And then I take those into Premiere Pro and add music onto it and everything. It really just depends on different sizes of things. For example, like the time-lapse we did last year, those were much, much smaller because like resolution was 720p, now we do 1080p, so that kind of all just changes things, so it kind of bounces around really depending on the video.
okay. Just a little ad. What kind of codec you use to upload to YouTube? Because when you upload it, like sometimes you get like a crap quality, even if you did in 1080p, you get like weird colors and stuff.
I use H.264, and I usually am at least 9, I think it's 9 million, I don't even know, kbps, so it'd be 9 million kbps, which ends up being
9,000.
a pretty... Yeah. Why is there so many zeros, though?
It's a lot, yeah, but it's not 9 million.
Is it? You sure it isn't just like megabytes?
It's magic, basically. I think
it's
is the short
weird
answer for
because
this.
I think the zeros at the end just mean how awesome it is.
I think by the time you finish a video, you've gone cross-eyed and you're seeing way too many zeros.
That's probably correct, actually. So I usually use H.264, and then render that out H.264 to MP4, and that's what all these videos were in today. So.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Cheers. Well, thank you everyone for coming along today. I hope you guys enjoyed the videos and everything that you saw. Obviously, all the stuff is up on there, like the website and everything. At FireUK is the Twitter as well.
Yep. If you see us around, come say hi. We'll be around MineCon.
And once we're wrapped up here, as I said earlier, we'll be heading kind of out in that-ish direction. We'll do some signings and stuff with you guys. And if you had any further questions,
thank you everyone.
And a big thank you to Hat Films as well for joining us.
Digging Minecraft style. Minecraft style. Digging a hole just one more time until I score this. Strike rich on diamonds, iron, gold, and build our decked out fortress. All we need is just a bit of luck to not abort this. Running low, we can't afford this. Dungeons under here. Just the last time a group of creepers came out over there. Blew up a vein of diamonds, then chased us all out of there. A spider army dropped down from the roof into our hair. Ran back to fresh air. This ain't your land, you're gonna get Digging Minecraft style. Minecraft style. Dig, 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 dig. Digging Minecraft style. Minecraft style. Dig, 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 dig. Digging Minecraft style. Hey, sexy pig. Yeah. Dig, 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 dig. Digging Minecraft style. Hey, sexy pig. Yeah. Dig, 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 dig. Back on the ground we lay in redstone through the forest to wire our monster trap so all the zombies will ignore us. We build the city block by block and we don't welcome tourists, but they still come looking for us. Like a sauna here, we built a portal to the nether, lava everywhere. Zombie pigs and gas flying all around, so tread with care. Best you craft some armor and exchange that for the clothes you wear while you're under here. Lava flowing, those lakes are glowing down below. You should probably go, but you're ready. Your arms are steady. Grab your bow, shoot the fatal blow. Run away now 'cause you missed, you were too slow. Digging Minecraft style. Minecraft style. Dig, 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 dig. Digging Minecraft style. Minecraft style. Dig, 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 dig. Digging Minecraft style. Hey, sexy pig. Yeah. Dig, 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 dig. Digging Minecraft style. Hey, sexy pig. Yeah. Dig, 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 dig. Dig some more until you hit the core. Diamonds, diamonds, baby, that's what we're all looking for. Dig some more until you hit the core. When you find them, baby, then you know it's time to see the game we're playing. Digging Minecraft style. Sexy pig, yeah. Dig, 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 dig. Digging Minecraft style. Sexy pig, yeah. Dig, 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 dig. Digging Minecraft style.
Hey everyone, it's Cupquake. Welcome to another episode of The Art of Gaming. I'm your artist Cupquake, and today I'm going to be painting a desktop for Captain Sparkles. He's really well known for his Minecraft videos, but more specifically his Minecraft animations, which are amazing, so I wanted to include his characters in the actual desktop. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching.
Chunks would load when I gave the word. Now every night I go stowaway from the mobs I used to slay. They once were terrified every time I looked into their eyes. Villagers would cheer my way. For a hero I was, that's what they'd say. One minute we had it all, next our world began to fall away from all that it had once become. They all cried for my help, but I stood there numb. I gazed up into the boundless skyline. No block choirs playing in the sunshine. Turn around, pick up my sword and wheel the blade that once forced evil mobs to yield, and hope one day that this chaos and destruction turns for the better. Never a bow in hand. That was when I ruled the land. It was the creepers and the skeletons, blew down the doors and boxed us in. Arrows whizzing by like streaks of light. I tried all that I could to stay and fight as the young did roam the street. Families broken at my feet, life itself suspended by a thread. Oh, why was it that I wasn't dead? I gaze off into the boundless skyline. No block choirs playing in the sunshine. Turn around, pick up my sword and wheel the blade that once forced evil mobs to yield. If this battle should leave me slain, I know Herobrine will call my name. Better to take a stand. That was when I ruled the land. I gaze off into the boundless skyline. No block choirs playing in the sunshine. Turn around, pick up my sword and wheel the blade that once forced evil mobs to yield. If this battle should leave me slain, I know Herobrine will call my name. Better to take a stand. That was when I ruled the land. Creeper, oh man. So we back in the mine, got our pickaxe swinging from side to side, side to side. This task a grueling one, hope to find some diamonds tonight, diamonds tonight. Heads up, you hear a sound, turn around and look up. Total shock fills your body. Oh no, it's you again. I can never forget those eyes. 'Cause baby, tonight the creeper's trying to steal our stuff again. 'Cause baby, tonight grab your pick, shovel and bolt again. And run until it's done, until the sun comes up in the morn. 'Cause baby, tonight the creeper's trying to steal our stuff again. don't be tardy. So now you're stuck in there. Half a heart is left, but don't die, 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 die. 'Cause baby, tonight the creeper's trying to steal our stuff again. 'Cause baby, tonight grab your pick, shovel, and bolt again, bolt again. And run, run until it's done, done, until the sun comes up in the morn. 'Cause baby, tonight the creeper's trying to steal our stuff again.
You're mine. Dig up diamonds and crack those diamonds and make some armor. Get it, baby, going forge that like you so MLG Pro. The sword's made of diamonds, so come at me, bro. Training in your room under the torchlight, hone that phone to get you ready for the big fights. Every single day in the home light, creepers out prowling. Alright, look at me, look at you. Take my revenge, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm a warrior, baby, what else is new? And my blade's gonna tear
'Cause
for you.
baby,
Bring it.
tonight the creeper's trying to steal all our stuff again.
Gather your stuff? Yeah, let's take back the world.
Baby, tonight grab your sword, armor, and gold.
It's on.
Take your revenge. So fight, fight like it's the last night of your life. Show them your fight. 'Cause baby, tonight the creeper's trying to steal our stuff again. 'Cause baby, tonight grab your pick, shovel, and bolt again, bolt again. And run, run until it's done, done, until the sun comes up in the morn. 'Cause baby, tonight, come on, the creeper's trying to steal our stuff again. Woo! I came to dig, 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 dig. I'll build a city oh so big, 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 big. Just wait a sec, gotta kill this pig, 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 pig. Cook me some bacon, take a swig, 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 swig. Yeah, yeah, there must be something I can craft. I came to dig, 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 dig. I'll build a city oh so big, 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 big. Just wait a sec, gotta kill this pig, 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 pig. Cook me some bacon, take a swig, 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 swig. Yeah, yeah, there must be something I can craft to ease the burden of this task. Yeah, I shoot my arrows in the air sometimes, saying "Ayo, creepers killed." Loot his remains and now his soul first mine, saying "Ayo, not today, no." And then I'll go to work under the birch tree, and I'll make myself tons of TNT, and I'll use these blocks to build a big city, and I'll mine it all using TNT. I came to blow, 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 blow up everything you've ever known, 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 known. Expel you out of house and home, 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 home. Biome to biome you shall roam, 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 roam. Yeah, yeah, 'cause I'm a creeper, I will rob all of your items, that's my job. Yeah, I shoot my arrows in the air sometimes, saying "Ayo, creepers killed."
Please welcome Lydia and Captain Sparkles.
Hi, everyone.
Hi there.
So, you may know this guy here, but I'll let him introduce himself in case you have no idea who he is.
All right, so hi everyone. My name is Jordan Marin, though I make YouTube videos under the username Captain Sparkles, and I've been doing it for almost 3 years now, and Minecraft has been obviously a huge part of that. That's why I'm sitting here. Let's see, I started off by recording my playing Minecraft and my adventures in doing that, and then sort of what seems to have captured everyone's attention is some of these music videos, which hopefully your ears are still okay after hearing Minecraft style so much. But that seems to be sort of the most popular thing that I've been a part of, and I'm super happy to be here, and thank you all so much for coming out.
So we're just going to kind of chat with Jordan, and then towards the end take some questions, show some of his music videos. And so Jordan, how do you go from in a little under 3 years having 0 subscribers to over 2 million subscribers? How does that happen?
I guess if I outline how the channel has grown from baby size to what it is now. I started off, I was playing Call of Duty at the time, and the reason I got into it was because I was looking for sort of strategies as to how to play the zombie mode in the game, because I really love doing that. And sure enough, through that, I discovered these people who were recording their gameplay, and when they did well, they would have this footage on their computer, and they would go into their mic, they would narrate over it, and they would upload it, and for some reason it captivated me. I can't explain exactly why, but it seems that for most of you here, you've had the same experience in some way or another. And so from that, it was around the time of my birthday, and my mom being like super supportive of anything I've ever wanted to do, I asked, well, I'd really like to get this capture card that would allow me to record video games and share it with people. And she thought it was extremely weird, which is understandable. But she got it for me, and so I started recording my gameplay from that. And sure enough, I was then introduced into Minecraft after about 6 months of being focused mainly on this Call of Duty. And from there, Minecraft, it just immediately seemed to engross everyone who had been watching my channel thus far. And so I enjoyed playing it, so I kept on doing it, and sure enough, it grew until I had the idea. It actually, I'd like to shout out the Shaft podcast, because the reason I did my first music video is because I saw one of theirs called In Search of Diamonds. I don't know how many of you have seen it, but it's really great. And so from there, I was inspired to sort of try to make my own. And so Tryhard Ninja, who's done all the vocals for all the music videos, I knew him at the time, and I said, hey, would you have any interest in being a part of this project? And being the awesome dude that he is, he was like, yeah, sure, let's do it together. And so I wrote down some lyrics. At that time, I recorded all the note block sounds, because for some reason I didn't have the presence of mind to just go and get the source files. I don't know why, but anyway, I put down the instrumental in note blocks, and we slowly made this song. It was based off of Teo Cruz's Dynamite, and I put together some visuals for it. I tried my best that I could do at the time, and it just exploded, and it completely caught me off guard. But it was sort of since that first one that the channel really started to grow. And sure enough, then when Revenge hit 6 months or so later, it just hit another spike. Because I tried to make that one, well, I made it fully animated. I was trying to do something new, trying to do something that I hadn't seen done before as far as a Minecraft music video. And of course, that one just blew up far more than even the original TNT did. And it sort of got from there with each sequential music video release. And in the downtime between those, I, of course, have just tried to keep people entertained by posting these daily sort of commentary videos where I play the game and try to have a good time.
So maybe we should go back, all the way back to the beginning and watch the TNT video, because we have it ready. Does anyone want to watch the TNT video? Some old school Captain Sparkles.
Old school.
TNT video, here it is.
It's always funny looking back on that and seeing sort of how far we've come with at least the visual portion of it. So
I think that's probably a good example of putting your content out and like working on something that you didn't just start with Minecraft style as this fully animated thing with your first video. It was like this progression of them getting bigger and better and more crazy.
I actually owe a lot of that to, his name is David, and he made all the models and assets from Revenge all the way up to Minecraft style, and in Fallen Kingdom and Minecraft style, he assisted with a huge amount of the animation, so a huge thank you to him. I wish you could be here, but for now, a virtual shout out will have to do. I love you, buddy.
And how did you meet David?
Through YouTube. It's amazing, actually, how this virtual sort of thing is able to bring so many people together. I mean, obviously, right here is a perfect example of people coming from all over the world and with a common interest and sort of meeting each other. And I'm sure that many of the people here will have met people who now they'll play with when they get back home, go on servers, build some stuff, play PvP, whatever it may be. And it's awesome to see that this can bring so many people together as it has for me and as it has for so many others.
So after you got done with TNT, it was obviously a really big hit. How did you choose the song Revenge, and what was the process, the timeline of creating something like that?
So after TNT went up and I saw that it was doing so well and so popular, I figured, well, I have to do another. But I wanted to, rather than throwing in some, it was essentially the way I did the animated parts of TNT was just, it was these really basic Blender rigs over a transparent background that I eyeballed the perspective that it should be and then tossed them in the scene. And I decided that after that I wanted to go make a full-on, entirely animated video. So I started off by finding a program that would take a Minecraft world and then it would put it into a file that can be read by what was at the time Blender. And so those do exist. I found one and I started experimenting with it. It took a little bit of trial and error to get it to work, but finally I was able to. And then I started in on this animated project of mine, which, looking back on it, I'm not sure how well it would have turned out had I ended up following through on the route I was taking there. But fortunately, around that same time, David, his YouTube channel is Bootstrap Buckaroo. He was posting these renders that he was making on Reddit. There's a Minecraft section on reddit.com, and he was posting these renders there. I was seeing them, and I was like, these are amazing. And so I tried to get in contact with him, and it actually ended up being through sort of a mutual contact that I was introduced to him. And he felt pity for me. And that's why he ended up assisting. And it was only after he started assisting I sort of showed him the TNT video, and he was like, oh, so this is what you're going for. And it was through his help that Revenge was able to sort of become what it was and look good and have the facial rigs as opposed to just the static skins. And so we were able to, it seemed like it was sort of the first time that many people had seen these Minecraft characters, but with emotion in their face that didn't come by having to just go swap to a different skin. And so I think a lot of people sort of enjoyed that, and also the lip syncing for the Usher bits where he's singing along to the song. It was, I don't know, sort of a cool first time. So that's what happened from TNT to the next.
I actually cannot hear that song without singing your lyrics. So I think that's kind of a really huge compliment. And even with some friends of mine, when we hear it, we're all singing Jordan's lyrics.
It's funny, I don't know if this is like a good thing to say, but it almost has more views than the original song.
I think that's something okay to say. That all of the community liked it more.
I don't know if Usher minds, but we've almost surpassed the Vivo version, so.
That's pretty awesome. So I actually was going to show that video towards the end because I wanted to talk about Fallen Kingdom, because then you went to like a completely different, you had these two very dynamic, upbeat songs, and then you went the opposite way. So what was kind of idea behind that? Just something different, or you really love that song? How do you pick?
So the way I sort of I came up with ideas for at least Revenge and Fallen Kingdom was I'd hear a song playing, and immediately upon hearing it, a story kind of came into my mind that reflected the tone of the song, and I felt was appropriate. And so, like, when I listened to DJ Got Us Fall in Love, which was what was Revenge was based off of, immediately, I don't know, this story of this guy fighting back against that creeper just came into my head, and so I rolled with it. And likewise with Fallen Kingdom, when I heard Viva La Vida, I sort of just, this idea as to how it could play out in Minecraft sort of started formulating, and I went with it and tried to plan out how to make it work, and sure enough, we were able to get this huge set built, actually thanks to Fire UK, who are here at MineCon.
Woohoo!
And so using this set that they had created, we were able to sort of execute this story about a fallen kingdom, and a king sort of retracing his steps through his destroyed kingdom after it had been taken over by mobs that were let loose by Herobrine. And I did that just because the song sort of reflected that, and it made me, I don't know, I thought it was a very good song, even though it was very different from the other two. I thought that it would still